Hi, my name is Carlos Lopez-Brito. I am the producer of our film project for Ace Media, Hamartia. It is a horror thriller about a mad scientist who becomes obsessed with trying to eliminate um, fatal flaws, the fatal flaws of everyone. Hence why it's called Hamartia. And he creates a monster that fulfills his desires for him. Um, our film takes somewhat inspiration from the story of Frankenstein, as well as when it comes to the monster, as well as Halloween when it comes to the Michael Myers-esque monster. Um, I think our horror movie fulfills the conventions of a horror movie very well. One thing that I think we did phenomenally on was the unusual angles. The angles of the feed and panning upwards and the sideways and slanted angles. I think that was a very, very good thing that we did. And then as well as the lighting and the way that it flickered throughout the scenes, and the overall very, very dark ambient lighting, uh, as well as the actual where we shot the film. It was like kind of a cramped hallway, smaller hallway. Another very important convention when it comes to horror. We did all this to create a tense feeling for viewers of the film, and we kind of we amplified this with our own type of thing. It's not necessarily a convention of horror, but the shattering of the mirrors, that's supposed to amplify that tense feeling, and it developed more of the mystery of the monster, the main antagonist of the film. Our film engages very well with our target audience, being young teenage girls with kind of like feminist morals. Um, our main character, our leading role, is a teenage girl, and the movie is meant to be metaphorical, and it kind of has to do with the girl, our protagonist. She constantly gets harassed at school for her looks, and social media has a very big impact on society today, with different influencers pushing beauty standards on women. And so that's kind of where all this envy stems from our main protagonist, which is why she's getting chased by the monster. This is, in a way, a coming of age film. But yeah, so that's where we wanted to put our focus on, and kind of push this film to that audience, as well as mixing the horror aspect that broadens our range of audience. I think my production skills improved a lot throughout the course of making this film. When we first got into our groups, my main focus as a producer was communication and planning. I wanted that to be like my focus, because I wanted us all to really create ideas and really come together and make something great. And so, coming in with this thought process, I was worried because our first group meeting, no one really talked much. Not many ideas were being passed around, and overall, we didn't really get much done during our first meeting, besides meeting each other a little bit. So I decided during our second meet to try and push everyone a little more to speak. What I did was I would ask questions more, but instead of talking just to the group, I would talk to the group and give ideas to the group, but I would pick out, people from the group to ask them questions. So, for example, I gave an idea, and I would say, "Oh, I think we should add this to the movie. I think this is very important towards the film." And then all I would really get was them nodding their heads. So I would ask some questions like, "Oh, what do you think what do you think we should do? What do you do? Like, I say that you agree with my idea. Do you want to build off of it? Is there anything that you disagree with? Really just trying to branch off of ideas instead of just everyone agreeing on something and not really getting much out of it. Um, I didn't just do this. I didn't just do this when I talked. Let's say our director had an idea and he came up with something. Again, it was kind of the same reactions from everyone else, just nodding their heads. So I'd be like, "Oh wow, that's a good idea. I think we should do this and that." Blah blah blah, and I would just add my own insight to kind of demonstrate to the others what I think we should be doing. And then on top of that, I would ask them, "Oh, what do you guys think? Do you think we should? What do you guys think of my idea? What do you guys think of his idea? How can we bring this together, branch off of this? How can we add more to it?" And after a while, after a couple more meets, we definitely got better at this, and communication significantly improved. And yeah, we were really able to build upon each other's ideas after that. When it came to technology, I think that was one thing that we were lacking in heavily. We shot our film with just our phones, and we didn't really have any real equipment. We didn't, not even a mic. We didn't have even a mic. And so at first I saw that as like, I was a little worried about that. But after we got our shots and different things, I was kind of blown away by what we really got. I think it was good. It was really the software and the editing that really caught all of us off guard. We were really blown away from when we first saw the raw footage compared to the edited footage. Everything down to the audio was improved. The visuals and the look of the film was improved. I know one of my favorite things after the editing was the flickering lights. I thought that was a great touch, as well as the there was one scene that I really liked, which is when the protagonist is running down the hall and she's banging on the doors, and it's very subtle, but it slows down and speeds up a little bit and then slows down once again and then goes back to normal speed. I thought that was really well done, and I'm really happy how that looks. Yeah. Despite our lack of technology, I think we did fantastic. I don't see it as that big of an issue, and although yes, it would have improved the quality of our film, I think we did great without it. Overall, I'm really proud of how our film came out. I think our group did a fantastic job at giving ideas and really putting something together. We were really able to overcome different obstacles that came our way fairly easy. If there was one thing that I would change was our scheduling, but that didn't seem to be that big of an issue. We were able to solve that fairly easy, but it would have been better if we got it out of the way. But yeah, overall, I think our film was fantastic, and I think we did the best that we can do with what we had, and I think we really did something great.